Hey, what's going on out there? I'm going to show you how to buy a guitar cheap and save a bunch of money and maybe make some money if that's what you're into, so stay tuned. So, how do I know that this works? Because I myself have used this exact method to sell over $150,000 of guitars in a single year by myself from my house with no help, with no store, so I know that it works. And why am I telling you this? Dude, because I'm shallow. I want subscribers. I want viewers. So tell somebody, man, share the video. That's what this is about. Okay, the key to this is patience and consistency. I'm going to show you the method, but that doesn't mean you're going to find something straight off the bat. That being said, both of the examples that I found today, I found them within 30 minutes of making this video. Well, 30 minutes before making the video. Before we get into the two examples, let's cover a couple of issues that people ask about when they go to buy a used guitar or try to flip a guitar. Number one is cases. What about the cases? The guitar doesn't come with a case. Okay, man, cases are not a big deal. I'm gonna post up, show you a picture here of, and give you a link below of a soft case that's available on Amazon for 20 bucks and a hard case that's also available on Amazon for 55 bucks. Not a big deal. If you wanna pay half that price, the key, other than places like Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, Let Go, is going to pawn shops. Pawn shops get a lot of guitars, but actually have a very hard time selling cases. So much so that they often don't even keep the cases on display. The local pawn shop that I found does not have any cases on display, but when I asked him, hey man, you got some cases? He said, dude, do I ever? He took me into a back room and had, God, must have been 100 cases. He was selling soft cases for 10 bucks and hard cases for 25. And so whenever I need cases on the cheap, I go there. The other issue people ask about is like, well, what if the guitar's broken or it doesn't work? Well, one, if you're gonna go buy it locally, you get to test it out. But if you just tell the person, hey man, I'm bringing an amp to test the guitar out and I'm bringing a buddy to help check out the guitar. Is there anything I need to know about it before I get there? Dude, I've never had someone lie to me about the condition of a guitar. They might miss a scrape or a scratch or something, but as far as the functionality of the guitar and it being playable and the neck working, no issues whatsoever. So let's get into our examples. Our first one's a cheap one and then we'll do a more expensive one. The first example is I found a Fender Squier Bullet Series Stratocaster on Craigslist. Let's throw that up. Now, Fender Squiers are entry-level electric guitars, and there are actually even shittier versions of the Squier made. But the Bullet Series is a good version. My first guitar I ever owned was a Bullet Series Squier, and it's just fine for an entry-level guitar. So the one that we found here is $85, and the guy says, dude, the price is firm, no negotiating. Fair enough. Let's check some other prices. So let's go over to eBay and check our completed and sold listings. We don't just want completed, we want sold. So we go on eBay, here's a very similar guitar that's sold for about 130-ish bucks, including shipping. And this guitar new at Guitar Center, we can't be sure that it's the exact same guitar because of country of manufacture and blah, 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 other bullshit. This guitar is $149.99 new, which means about $160 with tax. So there you go. There's a guitar for half price. Get it for $85. Now, extra tip. When someone says that they are firm on the price and it's a cheap item like $85, chances are they're actually pretty firm. You could try offering $75, but it's just going to kind of piss them off and maybe you save $10. A better tactic would be to say, hey man, I'm willing to pay full price and I'm willing to come get it today, but you know, I'm new to this. Do you have anything cheap you could just throw in? Do you have a guitar strap or a music book that you don't use? Because you want the thing you ask for to be in proportion to the item. If the item's 85 bucks, you can ask him to throw in something that's $5 or $10 that he might just have laying around, and he'll probably do it just to get rid of the guitar. So instead of asking for $10 off the price, ask for 10 bucks of something for free, and oftentimes they'll throw it in. Now, let's have a lot more fun, and let's check out a guitar that you could actually make some money on. And in fact, I'm looking at it and going like, shit, I might need to buy this weekend. So I go over to Craigslist and here's a perfect example of where there's some money on the table for you. Check this out. We have a Schecter electric guitar. Now, the first thing to note about this description is, dude, it sucks. I don't know how old the guitar is. I don't know what model Schecter it is. It's like someone selling a car and saying, dude, I'm selling a Toyota. A Toyota what? A 97? A 2004? Is it a Camry? Is it a Corolla? Does it have a sunroof? You don't tell me anything about it. So that means usually these are the best places to find some deals, is where someone has a really shitty description. So now what can we do? Let's check out this guitar. What can we see about it? We can see that it's got a quilted finish by looking at it. We can see that it's got a vine inlay going up and down the neck, and that at the 12th fret, there's a special inlay in that spot. We can look at the bridge. The bridge isn't quite there because it's got a string through body, meaning the strings feed through the body and then get routed up the neck. And even those holes for the string through body, if we look closely, they're not 6 in a row, it's 3 diagonal and 3 diagonal. Then we can look at the knobs. We've got 2 knobs. We don't know if it's volume and tone or volume. We don't know if they're push-pull knobs, but we know that there's 2. And we know that the pickup selector is a Stratocaster style pickup selector, which could be either 3-way or 5-way. Now, what do we do with that? We go back over to eBay. We check our completed and sold listings. Again, same thing we did before. Now we go to Schecter electric guitars, and we look if we can find one that matches. And of course, I'm making the video. That means I found one. So this one's a different color, but let's take a look at all of our identifying features. Quilted paint job, check. String through body, where the bridge is, check. 2 sets of 3 holes that are diagonal, check. 2 knobs, check. Pickup selector, check. Vine up and down the neck, check. And our special inlay at the 12th fret, check. This guitar sold for $600 plus an additional $75 for shipping, so $675 total, but it comes with a hard shell case. As I said before, you could go find another hard shell case for $55 brand new, or probably $25 somewhere local pawn shop. So now we've got a guitar that's $325, and we've got a comparable guitar that is sold for $600 plus $75. Now let's assume on that $675 that you actually use the full $75 for shipping. That leaves you $600. Now take off 10% of the total price, including the shipping. That's like 67 something. Let's round up to 70, right? So you've got $675 minus, let's call it 75 in fees, leaves you with $600, minus another 75 in shipping, leaves you with $525, and you bought the guitar for $325. That's a $200 profit you could make on the guitar if you don't want to keep it. And if you wanted to buy a hard shell case to make it easier to sell, you could have made $150. It's that easy, man. Now, why don't people do this all day long? Well, there are people that do it all day long, and I was one of them. The reason people don't do this all day long is they get distracted, they get busy, or they don't have money. You need the patience to look every day for deals. You need the consistency of always sticking by your rules and running the numbers and double checking, doing all of your research, making sure that everything works. So also on that Schecter, here's a comparable model at Guitar Center that's $799 new. So we've got our high price of $800, our used price of $600 plus $75 shipping, and this deal that we found that is $325. So the other reason people don't do this all the time is they run out of money. Some people don't have $400 laying around to go try to make money on a guitar, and if they did, they go buy the one guitar, they don't have any money until they sell it. So even if you had $10,000, I mean, how many guitars are you going to buy? Right? You're going to run out of money, and then you have to take the time to sell those guitars. I hope that this helped. If you have any questions on how this works, you can let me know. And there are more ways to make money on guitars than this, but this is the easiest way to start flipping. These guitars are about 2 hours away from me, so I'd have to drive 2 hours there, 2 hours back. That's 4 hours plus gas money, probably $30 for an opportunity to make between $150 and $200, which would be, after the gas money, $120 to maybe $175 for 4 hours of work. Not bad, plus the time to take the pictures, post the listing, and close the deal. Something different today. Instead of teaching you a song, please subscribe. I'm going to do other talky face things like this, and of course keep making videos for you. See ya.